Next call is a split call. David Shearer.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Yes, that's right. Split the call with the Green Party. I'd like to also congratulate all those successful candidates that stood in the local board elections. We had some very good results from that, and as some of my colleagues have already pointed out, a number of the centre-left groupings, Labor, Green, centre-left groupings, were successful in getting across and getting into local boards, and we look forward to some progressive policies being pushed through the local boards under their leadership. Also, I'd like to acknowledge the work of Richard Northey, who worked very hard as a councillor, and also congratulate Chris Darby, a friend of mine who has made it up as councillor on the North Shore. I think will provide a real boost to the council and with his passion and drive that he has for Auckland. Auckland City has been a success, Mr. Speaker. The unified Auckland City, and we look back 3 years ago, there was a great deal of trepidation about what was going to come about when all those local councils were amalgamated. And we look back now, it's almost difficult to believe that there was so much naysaying and doomsaying in where we were going to go with that. And the change and the positive outcome of the Auckland Council has been a response, really, sir, of a couple of things. One has been the effective leadership of the Auckland Council, and I'd like to pay tribute to and congratulate Len Brown on his re-election and the drive, energy and passion he has shown for bringing the various components of Auckland together into one super city and have that functioning as it has. And they've had some huge successes in the work that they've done. The Auckland Plan, the Unitary Plan, which has been controversial but is still open to submissions, but nevertheless will transform the way that Auckland looks at itself and the way it plans its future. The unification of the rates and the various other types of administrations that were so divided and split and differentiated between the various councils have been brought together in one entity. The CCOs, I think there's still some work to be done in around that, sir. But that's all a tribute to the Auckland Council, the fact that they've been able to bring that together. And the second thing I think that has been effective in making sure that people still have a voice is the local boards. And I have to say, in the first year or two, I think they struggled to find a place for themselves and how they were going to operate and how they were going to represent their communities adequately. But over time, they have bedded in their role. I still think that their role is somewhat superfluous. It's not linked in strongly enough to the council. It is still in some ways out to one side, and they're seen somewhat as the poor cousins of the actual council itself. But however, they have been successful in being focuses for advocacy, for ensuring that local issues have been brought to the attention of both the council and they've acted on things themselves. And I'd like to congratulate those local boards in my electorate that have done so well in Fowle and Albert Eden, and wish them all the very best in the next 3 years. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I call Eugenia Sage.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Green Party will be supporting the Local Government Auckland Council Amendment Bill number 2. And would join with others in congratulating everybody who stood for election this month, and whether they got elected or not, because it is a lot putting yourself out there to be decided on by voters. So congratulations to everybody who stood, and congratulations to those who were